we thought we're going to be called as witnesses, so we can say our say. Because people make you say nothing and then they go on. So I want to tell you where Joslyn, in my mind, where I think Joslyn is. I want to tell you what happened, so that the people must know the truth. Let me tell you, Rens, Buta, Kelly, Stefano, and Ayanda long planned to sell Joslyn. Joslyn's sale was long planned. And I'm going to make 5 accusations here that you must, 5 things that you don't need to believe me. I want you to connect these 5 dots for me. Now what happened, the mastermind is Ayanda. He's the mastermind. There's a drug dealer that the cops has arrested. Not arrested, they keep on questioning him. I forgot what his name is in that place. The drug dealer they keep on asking, who's this? They keep on asking how much money did Kelly and them have? No. Kelly was paid. They used the same money by Ayanda and not by the other drug dealer that the cop has been harassing. I think they've questioned him 3 or 4 times, the drug dealer. While they had the main name drug dealer. So Kelly did get the money. And the money came from, the money was used, when any drug user, when he has a 20,000, 19,000 of that money goes to drugs. Any drug user, any addict. Now there's 4 addicts together. Gums is his name. The guy's name is Gums. They were harassing Gums, asking Gums questions. You, how much money? Gums was not the guy they should have looked at. Gums was his name. Now Gums must know, No. Not only all that money went to Ayanda. Now here's where you must put the dots together. I've got 5 questions. Now this is what I think. I tell you first my questions, and then I tell you where I think what happened to Joslyn. Joslyn is still alive. Joslyn was not this, the whole thing of Muti, whatever, I don't buy the thing. You see, in the West Coast, there's a lot of people with houses on the whole West Coast. And that West Coast, there's a lot of people that has houses in the West Coast, but they don't stay in the West Coast. Joslyn was sold by powerful people with the help of Ayanda. By one of the owners there. I'll tell you why. Somebody very wealthy bought Joslyn. Why I'm saying somebody very wealthy in Joslyn, we chased that trail. We couldn't find Joslyn. The cops couldn't find Joslyn. Joslyn was not bought by some Sangoma around the corner. The whole country was looking for Joslyn. The West Coast, it's not the first time children go missing there. There's a syndicate, and that syndicate got politicians with them. That syndicate got drug dealers with them. Now you ask me, let me tell you, how are we going to sort Joslyn's? I'm going to pay a heavy price that I'm willing to pay in order to have them in the box. Ask yourself, why is the mayor lying? Or the police is lying, or the mayor is lying. But this time it's the mayor, it's not the police. Why would the police, what makes a man write a statement on an official letterhead to lie? Guys, Stop there. I'm going with 5 points. This is point number 1. Stop your brain and listen to what I'm telling you. For what would the mayor of Saldanha lie? Can somebody answer that question? Why would he say the cops have stopped the investigation while Minister Bekele was honest in front of him and said, where did you get this? He couldn't answer. So the first one is, for what reason? I want you guys to tell me. That's the first dot you need to connect. Why would he lie to say the investigation has been stopped and they want to take it over? They want to take it over. They. Guys, I'm going to stop on this point before I go to number 2. I need you to understand what I'm asking you. Why would a state, the municipality is a state, write a letter, a state, and say, and lie about another arm of the state? For whose benefit? For whose benefit? Now, I want them tomorrow to bring out statements and say, why did he lie? Because if he says he's not lying, then the cops are lying. But somebody's lying. I'm still back on number 1, because I don't see you answering me. Why would the mayor write the statement and said, listen, let us take over the investigation, send me some. He wants some boats, he wants some helicopters, he wants some what? And the people did send it on the other side. They did send it. Now, why would he lie? Now, that's a question. Now, let's say he didn't lie. Why would the cops lie? That's number 1. That's number 1. They sold Joslyn to somebody that wanted a child. And Ayanda's the link between the politicians and the powerful people. That's why they have to protect Ayanda. That's number 1, my 1 question. Number 2, why would Ayanda, why would Regan Ellen come for Ayanda? People are dying every day. Why would he come for a kidnapping to the police station? That's question number 2 you must ask yourself. They're going to answer me in these questions. Question number 2, 3,000 people are being shot dead. Regan Ellen is missing in action. Why would he come for this one suspect? That's question number 2. That's question number 2. Becky Trele confronted him in front of me and said, why are you lying? He couldn't answer him. I was there when he confronted him. That's question number 2. Question number 1, why would they do this? Question number 2, why would the whole provincial NEC leave everything? Question number 3, Ayanda didn't have a phone. Ayanda didn't have a phone. How did Regan Ellen know Ayanda has been kidnapped? How did he know? How many kidnapping cases are happening every day where they can't find the people? But this kidnapping case, they must come out and call the media. Number 3, how did he know? Who in the police told him, hey, is Gayton Mckenzie is op Ayanda? So you have the questions, and I want you to make up your own mind. I want you to, don't stand with me. Ask yourself those questions. People are dying every day. The MEC doesn't go there. The MEC doesn't call a press conference. He lies. How does he know Ayanda if he says he's a good businessman? How does Regan, I'm giving you all the questions. How does Regan Ellen know Ayanda's a good business person? How does he know? He's holding a press conference telling you Ayanda's a good business person. How does he know Ayanda's a good business person? The woman that gave Ayanda 2 children said he's a drug dealer. The MEC, saying he's a good business person. Who would you believe? I'm coming now to my proof of my points, to prove my points. Well, now you have my first 3 questions. I'm still coming to number 4. How does this man know this man is a good business person? Why does he come out and have a press conference for this particular person? Fast forward. This is the same person, the mayor, that gave this guy a startup for business. A cover, not a startup in my opinion. The mayor needs to come and explain to us. Open the books. What qualified Ayanda to get this? Where was it advertised? Now, here's the worst coincidence. You know, I checked it with a friend of mine in Russia today. I called him. I said to him, I want to tell you the story. He knows nothing about the case. South African that lives there. I told him the story. Me and him are stuck on the same thing. What is the coincidence where a man that has been given equipment by the DA is the same man that's a suspect in the missing child's case? And they do everything to get him. Ayanda then said to them, Rens must be freed. Rens has been made a state witness instead of Stefano. Stefano said, Kelly says it's Ayanda. Stefano says it's Ayanda. But the cops let Ayanda go. Let's talk about the people that were there. Why were they nervous to call Regan Ellen to come to Saldanha? I was not there when Joslyn got missing. You were not there. I don't know what Buddha says, but Kelly says through a lawyer, it's Ayanda. Stefano says it's Ayanda. Where is... Why is Ayanda out? Why is Ayanda's woman outside? She lies in that court. Every time they catches her, she gets some sort of amnesia or sickness or whatever. Why were other people in Saldanha not helped? Now Rens is saying Ayanda is no longer a drug dealer. Kelly says that and that. Now let me go to the next point. They open a case against me. Now let me tell you what I'm going to do with myself. And you must take my word for it. I'm waiting for them to come and arrest us. Because we already have information that they're going to Ayanda. After arresting us, they're going to kill him to nearby where we are. So the murder can be pinned on me. I already have that information. But let me tell you what we're going to do. Waiting for them to arrest us. I will not apply for bail. I will stay 1 year in jail and call Ayanda as a witness. I have to face my accuser. Call the mayor, subpoena the mayor. Everything I've told you now, I'm going to call every cop. I'm going to replay the whole scene in court. I'm going to bring Ayanda to court. He's my accuser. I'm going to ask him from the fact that you got this. He must talk. He's my accuser. I must face my accuser in court. I'm going to subpoena everyone they are not calling. And I'm going to go after them for unlawful arrest. I'm going to go after all those cops in their personal... I'm going to go for their pensions. I'm going to go for everybody involved in this case. We must find Joslyn.